trouble streaming. It was actually streaming to another recorded session or another scheduled session. So I'm just gonna wait for this image to pop up on YouTube. Let's make sure everything works. Now I realized what the issue was. I was having trouble streaming, and it was actually streaming to another recorded session or another scheduled session. So. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Can you hear my voice? Okay, good. So I hear my voice back on YouTube Live. Okay, cool. And we're back. So last we left off, we were creating issues on ZenHub. And I think I just want to create a list of issues and start organizing sort of the workload moving forward. Okay. And so we were kind of just creating issues for each of these components so we can kind of separate out the work and make them a little more atomic. And so we have an epic here. It's called create components, and I want to add a couple issues to it. And you can sort of add them one by one like this. So I think we did this is number 2, number 3, number 7, create bucket. So we were just in the middle here. So let's call it create issue detail component. Okay. Modal components. Button component. And create. Well, the create view is the same as a modal, so actually we don't need this create view. Okay. Oh no, we do. Sorry, it's not the same thing. Okay. Yes. Okay. And we'll need to create the. Okay, so that's done with the components. So we have all these components here. Okay. Cool. So how do I update epic? Create button. So create component has these issues for button. Oh, do I need to add these things to it? Am I adding it to this epic here? Let's see. Okay, I see. Yes, here we go. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Cool. So we kind of just broke down the work in a sense. Okay, let's go back to roadmap. I think we also want to create another epic. This one called create pages. And I think we'll want to create some issues from this page. Okay. So say create dashboard page. Plans page. Login page. And waitlist page. Okay, great. So we have these 4 new issues and update this epic. And now this epic has these 4. Good. I think we'll have another issue that just creates the default layout issue. But we don't need to. So it's NI, okay. Create default layout issue. Okay. It doesn't need to be an epic because it's so small. Okay. I forgot to mention that actually there's a couple packages or libraries that we want to use. So we talked about folder structure, we talked about roots. Let's add it in here. So I mentioned this before, but there's a couple different libraries that I want to use. So we want to use, for example, styled components, and this will help with all the CSS in my React app. We want to use React Router to create all these routes. We want to use Framer Motion to create some nicer animations so that it looks decent. And we're using AWS Amplify that we kind of expand on below. And so these are four of the main packages that I think we can go with: Framer Motion, React Router, yeah, and of course React. You know. Okay, so let's see, roots. So we're going to have to create a sort of routing paradigm or some routing infrastructure. So with that in mind, maybe I should copy and paste this in. So let's create a root that's NI, I think. Create a new issue. And we'll create some roots. And these are the roots that we want. Or should I have it linked to this page? I just want one source of truth. So if I make some edits here, I don't have to edit here. Maybe I'll do that here, huh? So how do I link to this specific thing? Copy link, here we go. If I just copy this link here, I wonder if it leads there. I think so. Okay, cool. CPU, yes, if we click this, you can go directly to the roots. Oh, it did. Here it is, yeah, okay, perfect, roots. Yep. I might even want to create a separate page for this, to be honest. Turn to page, yes. Okay, yeah. Oh. Yeah, maybe add it as a subpage for now. What the? Nope, that's not what I want. Maybe it's because, here, I need to include this under roots or something. Okay, just create a new page like this. Okay, great. And let's see, where did that roots page go? So maybe we need to have like an architecture page. Okay. So let's put that under here, architecture, and the roots would be under architecture. Okay, good. Yes, perfect. And let's go back to chapter 4. All right. And let's point to the roots page here. There we go. Okay, good. So if we go to the roots page, then actually we want to share this one. Okay, perfect. So create the roots with React Router. So anything we need to think about here. So this one goes to our index. Architecture. So actually, okay, so for our landing page, what we're going to get is a package that includes the HTML, CSS, and JS JavaScript that we designed on Webflow. And so there's just going to be static pages. And it's all already configured, and you can just host it on a static website, and it will be loaded. And our index is going to point to this page here. Later on, when we incorporate React to it, I think we're going to want to bring React not into this index page, but into another page, so maybe the login page or the dashboard page. I think these two will be entry points. So let's say maybe an entry point. And by entry point, I sort of mean this is where most people will first load our React code. And so this is where we want React to sort of attach onto the DOM. Okay, so roots. So create roots with React Router, good. Let's go back to chapter 4. Okay, so we talked about this folder structure. Webpack is going to be with create React app. So let's actually just create an issue for this. New issue. Create React application with create React app. Make sure Webpack is set up properly. Okay. What else? So roots, we talked about packages, so we can quickly install. So maybe we need to set up and configure AWS Amplify. Okay. And maybe we should move this to a new page as well. What's this? Okay. Okay, good. Let's delete that, and let's just refer to this page. It's got to re-index. This one. Yes. This. Okay. And let's move that into our architecture. Okay. Good. So now we can reference this, share, copy link. So see this link for what? For services that we'll need and their setup. Okay. So it's a bit annoying that it doesn't show up directly where we need it here. I wish we can expand this. But at least we can just save in one place and not have to save in multiple places. Okay. I'm going to create a new issue, even though this is a bit epic, but it's to set up OAuth with Github. I'm creating an issue for now because I don't know how to separate this down. And I think I had here. We want to follow this. So let's just put that into notes. Okay. Good. We're going to also set up Stripe integration. We'll need to create a new, what's it called, business on Stripe, and then get the API's keys. This might take a day or so for approval and stuff, I think. I don't know. Okay. So let's go back up here. Let me just read this again. Waitlist. Yes, okay. We need to think about the waitlist. Okay. What if we also, instead of just GitHub username or your email to get on the waitlist, why don't we ask for both? For now. Maybe they're not the easiest. Okay. Okay. We'll create a new issue, and we say create login button on landing page. So when users are invited to try out the service, they can just click login from landing page. I'm going to create a page, a label that says it's called landing page. Oh, do I have to create it? Okay, fine. That means I have to go to GitHub to create this label. It's called landing page. Let's see, click the wrong button. Create label, okay. It shouldn't be red. Just, yeah, that's fine. Okay, good. So this should be updated. Nope, not yet. Okay, maybe later. So we've kind of put this on GitHub already. And we also need to create diagrams for the landing page on Sketch. Okay. Do I have landing page? Yeah, here it is. Okay, great. Okay, so this is already on. I'll leave it here. GitHub authentication, clarified scopes, stripes, get me. Okay, so for setting up AWS Amplify, let's here we go. And we'll need to actually this one should be an epic. Yeah, convert to epic, perfect. Okay, good. So we can break this down. Set up database, and let's go to the Amplify page. Set up API gateway, I think. Do we need that? Set up web hosting, and let's call it static web hosting. Set up domain routing. Okay. Great. That is for epics. Yeah. Okay, good. And so let's go to the database one here, and so we can sort of refer to this database thing. Let's actually also create a new page out of this thing. Let's call this database, and let's copy and paste this, create a new page, and this will be everything regarding our database structure. Okay, let's space this out. This should be H3. So these are tables. Good. Okay, done. And here, database. Good. Let's drag this into, maybe it should be under AWS Amplify, I wonder. Okay, that's fine. Let's create another page. It's called live stream chapters, so we can group all of them together here. I can select all this now. I'll do this one by one. this one. Let's see what I do there. No. Let's bring this out. 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay, good. So we have goals, architecture. This should be called notes, and 1A, 2. Oh, it's all out of order. Let's put this in order. Should be 1 up here. 1A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, great. Okay, so we were talking about database. Let's go to this page. Let's share it. Let's copy the link. Database structure here. Okay, good. Let's go back to chapter 4. Okay, we split this out. Github authentication, Stripe domain. Okay, I think that's it. So let's look at our board and let's see if we can make sense of what we need to do. What I also like about GitLab is that you can also add the effort required for each of these issues. So maybe let's do that. I wonder if this will help. Create view component. I imagine this is not too difficult. So maybe let's give it an estimate of a 3. Okay. So how do I do this? Is there a way to do this easier? Core component also probably is very similar. Let's see. Do I need to do this? Let's do this another day. It's not so important now. But basically, I think I generally have a roadmap for what I need to do. So these are new issues. Let's get rid of this for now. New issues. This pipeline will only be deleted in this workspace. The same repos will not be impacted. All team members will be affected. Okay, good. Icebox. Let's delete this. Good. Backlog. We don't need this yet either. Okay. We're not doing reviewing Q&A right now because I'm that same person. So the progress done closed. Okay. Okay. I think we kind of basically have an idea of what we're going to do. I don't understand what is a project. Let's call this test and let's delete it later. Let's see what this is. Start, maybe starting today. Today's the 22nd, ending on, I think we said the 11th. So what does that mean? What do I have to drag epics in here? Okay. Okay, let's add this epic. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we can do this. No. Okay. Restore puts. Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So actually, we should add all these. So we need all of these guys in here. So this should be renamed this project. It should be because we're trying to launch this by the end of by October 11th. So that'll be a month, and so it'll be let's call this the 1 month MVP launch. Frankly, it actually started on the 10th. Sorry, on the I forgot when we started. Maybe let's say the 11th. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is an interesting way to showcase where we are. Can I add issues? No, they have to be in Epic, huh? Okay, roadmap, milestones, notifications, workflows. Huh, okay. Create edit workspace. Okay, I think that's it. Yes, I think I generally have an idea of what we need to do. And I'm just gonna have a think about some of these things here and come back to them tomorrow. Okay, so that's it. So today we put together a roadmap of what we're going to configure. We thought about the structure of what our app is going to be like, not just the code structure, but also sort of the configuration, sort of what packages we're using, where the routes are going to go, what other libraries we're going to integrate, like Stripe and GitHub, how we're going to host our website, and so forth. So we kind of thought at that level, and then maybe 2 levels deeper as to what issues we might face and how we want to design stuff. Like, for example, the database. We went down to the detail of what columns we're going to have. And I think it's just good to think about this stuff beforehand, before you start doing it, because obviously it becomes a bit harder once you actually do something and if you have to go back and reset what you're doing. So yeah, I think just having all this sort of typed out and thought through will help in the long run. Okay, so that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to, I think we're actually going to start coding tomorrow. Let's see, where are we? Live stream chapters. Chapter 4. So yeah, chapter 5. Yeah, we're going to build our first React and Node.js web application. So actually it's not going to be Node.js anymore. So it's actually going to be AWS Amplify. So let's see if we can configure all that stuff. So we're not going to use Express. We can use AWS Amplify, as we decided today. Okay. Yep. That's it. So that's tomorrow. Great. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.